Howdy y'all. If you're thinking about moving to Frisco, Texas, well, you might want to grab your favorite beverage and maybe some popcorn too, because this is going to be maybe the longest video on Frisco ever, all right? But for all the right reasons, of course. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 9 neighborhoods in all of Frisco. We're going to start out on the map and show you what's around that neighborhood, give you an overview of the neighborhood as well, and then we're gonna jump in the car, and we took a lot of great footage so that you can see these neighborhoods for yourself as we drive around. So we put a lot of work into this, so we hope you enjoy it, and we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make that move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, you got to reach out, right? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar. If you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us, hey, that's our favorite. But listen, whatever way is easiest for you, you know we've got your back on making a smooth move here in Dallas, Texas, or in Frisco, like we're talking about today, of course. And again, this is going to be a very thorough overview of the top 9 neighborhoods here in Frisco, Texas. And just a heads up, we also have videos on the top neighborhoods in Plano, McKinney, Irving, Prosper, and we've hit the streets and we've vlogged just about every suburb there is in Dallas. So if you're looking to make a move here in Dallas, then this channel has got you covered on everything that you need to know. But again, this is going to be a long one, so grab your favorite beverage, make yourself comfortable, and let's dive into it. All right, welcome to my computer. Of course, as mentioned, we're going to cover the top neighborhoods in Frisco here today. And I want to start with a mercifully brief introduction on Frisco, if this is especially your first video of ours that you're stumbling upon here. So, of course, this highlighted area right here is going to be Frisco. And to get to downtown Dallas, down here, the best way to get down there is going to be the Dallas North Tollway, okay? So it is a tollway, and that's gonna take you about, 25, maybe 30 minutes or so to get down there if you wanna ever go down there. And then the other main thing over here is the DFW International Airport, right? So fastest way to get over there is to take SRT or 121, also known as Sam Rayburn Tollway. That's one thing that you'll kind of figure out is we have like 3 or 4 different names for all the different highways around here, so you'll catch on pretty quick. It doesn't take that long, but yeah, really nice to have such an international airport hub right here in our backyard. So that's going to mean a lot of non-stop flights, which is nice, and we don't have to connect anywhere first to get to our final destination. And because we're in the middle, the center of the country, there's no cross. They're shorter flights, which is going to mean, the fares are generally a little bit cheaper than maybe going from LA all the way over to New York, right? So anyway, very nice to have that. Yeah, so just a couple look at the highway. So you got 635 right here, also known as LBJ, short for Lyndon B. Johnson Freeway. I've got 75 over here on the east side, which of course is North Central Expressway. Over there you got George Bush Turnpike right here. That people just call that one Bush right there. And then of course you got I-35. You got a lot of country songs written about I-35 right there. So and we got a nice little stick figure going on here, it looks like. So but anyway, now if you want a couple more attractions, if you want to go to a Cowboy game, that's going to be over here in Arlington. So fastest way to get over there is honestly probably take tollway down to Bush, and then Bush will take you straight right here, and then down 161 right there to 30, and then boom, that'll drop you off right there. And then if you want to, the Rangers are over there as well. So that brand new stadium with the roof. It is, I got to go over there for opening day. It is absolutely beautiful in there. It looks like we just signed, we just broke the bank on signing a whole bunch of new players just last week, I think. So yeah, super excited about that. Maybe players are starting to want to come to Texas. They realize, wait, I can play in the AC in Texas now? Okay, let's do it. So maybe our team will be really good this year. We'll see. But now, of course, you got the American Airlines Center on the north side. Here, let's clean this up a little bit. I like to keep things clean. So yeah, so American Airlines Center is going to be right around there. So you got the Dallas Mavericks, of course. Shout out to Luka. And you got the Dallas Stars as well, which don't sleep on the Stars. I'll tell you this. The Stars, for me, are the best atmosphere in Dallas, okay? From a sports perspective, right? So, yeah, you can feel free to debate me in the comments if you want to debate me on that, all right? So, but anyway, that should give you a pretty good idea of what's going on there. Of course, in Frisco, you got a population of around 180,000. Of course, that's probably grown since those numbers came out. Might be closer to 200 by now. 72% of that population owns their home in Frisco. So you've got a lot of people coming up here to, settle some roots and raise your family. You got the good schools and everything, of course. And a median home price right now is around $395,000. So yeah, it's very competitive in Frisco, as you might imagine. If you're watching this, you're not the only one, doing research on Frisco and everything. So, but of course, we've got a very, very good team in place, and our offer to accepted deal, like getting that deal done ratio, is very, very high. So we take pride in that. So happy to, of course, help you out when you're making a move here, of course. So now, by the way, so over here in McKinney, we'll have McKinney coming out pretty soon as well. We've already done the vlog, so if you want to check that out, you can. But on the west side of McKinney, over here, I know a lot of people are looking into the Frisco, or looking into Frisco because of the schools, right? So if you're on the west side of McKinney over here, just a heads up, some parts of this feed into the Frisco ISD, okay? So, just something to maybe consider right there as well, okay? But let's start out in our first neighborhood, which is going to be over here, Hunters Creek, right here, okay? So yeah, Hunters Creek is you got a lot of cool things going on. It's a really cool vibe in Hunters Creek, because you got this trail, you got the Takis Trail right here. This is like a 2-mile trail, runs through Limestone Quarry Park right there, which is a cool park. And actually comes all the way under SRT right there. And then you have the creek that runs kind of parallel with it. So, listen, I mean, can you ask for a better, you take your dog out for a morning walk or something, on the trail, right by the creek, or crossing the creek and everything. Very, very cool situation right here. You've also got the splash pad in here as well. So, yeah, very cool look right there. Isbell Elementary is right there in your neighborhood. It's got cool, well, yeah, as you can see, pretty cool view of a little pond right there in the front. So yeah, it's a really, really nice setup. Okay, so might be now also, if you're moving here, you might consider a golf cart as well. So that's one thing about Frisco, is some of these neighborhoods are golf cart neighborhoods, right? So I know a lot of people will use that golf cart and drive their kids to elementary school. Of course, you got the middle school right over here, right across the street on Independence, and then you've got Liberty right up here on the north side, right? So you've got literally all 3 schools, boom, right there within golf cart driving distance, right? So that's super cool. Okay, but as far as commercial goes, of course, this is going to be the main mecca for you right here. Okay, so of course, you've got Raising Cane's. If you don't know Raising Cane's, many of you are coming from California, right? So In-N-Out. All right, so Raising Cane's is kind of like the chicken equivalent of In-N-Out, right? So just a couple of things on the menu, but they are masters of those menu items right there. So Got to check that out when you come to Texas. If you don't know what that is already. If you love some Raising Cane's, give me a shout out in the comments down below. You got your Chipotle. Of course, that's the only thing that really matters, right? Can we all agree on that? Okay, so you got your Chipotle, you got your UPS, you got FedEx across the street as well. So, whichever one you prefer, you've got both of those literally right across the street from each other. Got your Starbucks, of course, right on the corner, very important, right? So stop on there, right on your way to the highway to get to wherever you're gonna go, of course, right? You got a Starwood Cafe as well over there. Walmart. Yeah, so you got the Walmart Supercenter, number one. And then the other thing too is, if you care about, cheap gas prices and whatnot, by the way, Texas, compared to California, we'll just leave it at that. The Walmart station and Sam's Club and Costco, those are going to be generally the cheapest gas prices in town in those areas. So you got that right around the corner as well. Okay. You've also got a Target, so you can get a little bit of shopping done right there. It's not a super Target, so you've got your Walmart Super Center right there, and then you got the Target, so you can do some shopping right there. You got Lowe's, so if you need to do some home improvement, project or anything, you got that right around the corner. You got your Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, you got the whole lineup right here. So, and then after you eat all that, then you can come work out over here at Anytime Fitness right there, burn off all those calories, get that six-pack, right? So you've got that right there. And then the movie house and eatery. So this is kind of like a studio movie grill, if you know what that I feel like Studio Movie Grill was the first one of its kind. So movie house and eatery, same kind of thing, where they'll come and bring you your food while you're watching the movie, that sort of thing, right? So you got a lot going on right here. And of course, you got TPC Craig Ranch right here as well, which of course, if you're a golfer, you might know that this is where the Byron Nelson tournament is played. So it just moved there a couple years ago. And so if you live here and you have some buddies who are into golf, you might be a pretty popular person that weekend. It happens in the middle of May, usually, Byron Nelson weekend. And so, you might be able to drive your golf cart all the way over over to the tournament right there. So, get some, have a little Byron Nelson party, have a little carpool over, that could be a whole thing for you right there. So, super nice to have that. Very beautiful golf course, by the way, and we feature it in the vlog. So make sure you check out the McKinney vlog if you want to see that a little bit. Okay, plenty of golf courses, by the way. So you got Ridgeview right here. You got the Plantation Golf Club right there as well. You got Twin Creeks over here. So listen, if you're a golfer, this is like heaven for you over here. Okay, and so and then shout out to my soccer people as well. So Russell Creek, you got a lot of soccer games that happen up there. And then McKinney, Craig Ranch over here is where they play some games as well. Russell Creek, just so you're aware, is kind of, so I'll just do this real quick. So Richland is where they play Classic League. So that's, if you're really good, if your child is really good, they'll play at Richland over there. And Russell Creek is kind of that second tier division. So, just so you guys know that, okay? But let's see what else you got. So I want to show you where, of course, Stonebriar Mall is right here. So just a quick shot, just a few exits away on 121 right here. You got Stonebriar Mall. You got Legacy West over here, which is where you have a lot of really nice shopping. You saw the Del Frisco's right there. You got all sorts of really nice shopping over there. You've got the shops at Legacy. So those are two separate things, but they're literally right across the street from each other. So Legacy West is newer and a little bit more upscale, whereas Shops at Legacy is they built that first, but it's got a lot of good restaurants and a little bit of shopping in there as well. Okay, and some apartments and they got a hotel and everything, some office space and everything over there. as well. And then of course the Star, gotta give a shout out to the Star. Of course, this is the new Cowboys headquarters right here, right? So yeah, there you go. So you've got you'll have to watch the Frisco vlog right there. There's just one quick thing. So you've got, let me go back to that one picture. So this view right here is a view from what's called the Cowboys Club. Okay, so this is a membership only club where you can go in there. I've been in there a few times, and you can take, it's like a whole, it kind of feels like but it's a club, right? But you can go in there, meet a client in there. You can I see people in there getting some work done all the time. They got fireplaces and all sorts of different kinds of setups to just have some good conversations. And then of course you have the practice fields right there as well. So you can literally watch the Cowboys practice while you're meeting a client. How cool is that? So anyway, just want to let you guys know that is there as well. Stonebriar Country Club, more golf. We'll talk more about that in a second. We got a neighborhood, as you can see, right over here. But yeah, you're gonna have a little bit less traffic over here on the east side. It's gonna be a little bit more affordable, maybe over here as well. And then yeah, a lot of people ask, okay, am I going down to Dallas that often, or kind of what's the deal? And so, I mean, honestly, there's so much to do in Frisco that you don't really go down to Dallas that often. I feel like, maybe, if there's a specific restaurant or something that you want to go check out that's downtown, or obviously like a Mavs game or something, you can go down for that, or a concert or something to that effect. But I mean, once you're up here in Frisco, I mean, you really do have everything that you need, from an entertainment standpoint, from a restaurant, shopping standpoint. You got everything really. So you're in a really nice situation right here. So but yeah, with that being said, let's jump in the car and let's check out Hunters Creek. Hunters Creek is situated approximately 6 miles southeast of downtown Frisco and is consistently ranked among the best neighborhoods, not only in Frisco, but in the entire Dallas-Fort Worth area. Located just north of Sam Rayburn Tollway, it's bordered by Rollator Road on the north side, Custer Road to the east, Kelmscott Drive to the south, and Independence Parkway on the west, and 94% of residents own their homes. Established between 2001 and 2006, Hunters Creek has more than 850 homes with gorgeous architecture and landscaping. The neighborhood combines nature and resort-like amenities into a perfect blend. We mentioned the Takis Trail, a lovely 2-mile trail, and West Rowlett Creek, which run parallel to each other and cut through the middle of the neighborhood. And so if you've got a family or plan on raising one in the near future, Hunters Creek is a beautiful, safe, and family-centric neighborhood to call home. Home prices start around $300,000 and go all the way up to $700,000. You got a population of 4,000 in this neighborhood, and the schools that it feeds into are, of course, Liberty High School, Van Deventer Middle School, and Isbell Elementary. All right, let's switch gears over here to the north side a little bit to Christie Ranch. So Christie Ranch is a little bit smaller, and it's up here, of course, on the north side. So if you are, commuting to downtown Dallas, then you might need to add 10, maybe 15 extra minutes to get up here from Panther Creek or El Dorado down here to 121. Before you're starting to get down to downtown Dallas, right? So add a little bit on that commute. I hope you like audiobooks like me, and you can learn a lot of stuff on your commute down there. But yeah, you do have a lot of stuff going on up here, though. Of course, I'll talk about the main intersection at El Dorado and the Tollway over here. You've got your Costco over here. Very important, right? For those bulk buys, the bulk groceries. Bahama Bucks. Listen, if you don't know about Bahama Bucks, you're about to learn if you stay up here. You got your Target, you got your Best Buy. You have so much going on in this, especially on this side over here. You got the hospital on this side of the tollway. You got your Home Depot over here. You got that gas station, like I mentioned, over in Hunters Creek. So you got some of the cheapest gas prices in town right there. And then you've got a Market Street, which is a grocery store. And a lot of, where's one of my, I go to Chick-fil-A all the time. I actually had a buddy, well, we'll get to that one in a moment, but there's a Vitality Bowl. Yeah, here it is, Vitality Bowl. So if you like acai bowls, oof, you gotta check that one out. Very, very good over there. So you got that on that side. And then, of course, you got an ER over here. You got a Sprouts right around the corner, which is kind of that organic grocery store right there. Very, very good. And then you have on this side, you have your Walmart Supercenter. You got Lowe's. So you got Lowe's on this side, Home Depot on the other side. You got your CVS. You got a UPS store if you need to mail anything. And you've also got, over here you have your Kroger. And then you have, is this where the goody is? Yeah, so you got your liquor store over here, so if you need a quick, a quick beer run or something, or a quick liquor run, then boom, it's right around the corner. So, we'll talk about Newman Village. I had some friends who are also in real estate who lived in Newman Village, so we'll get there. But we made a couple runs over there for some watching the UFC fights and everything. Had to make a couple runs to goody real quick. But also too is, so up here is where the PGA headquarters is going to be. Okay, so hey, I mean, if you're going to be working for PGA HQ, then Christie Ranch is going to be a great option. Newman Village will also be. We'll get to that one, right? But these are going to be great options up here on the north side. And then 380 is that border where you're getting up into Prosper. This is all Prosper up here now, okay? Up in here, okay? So, 380 can be a little bit of a nightmare, especially during rush hour, at least right now. It's only a 4-lane highway. It does have traffic lights as well. So, I would try to avoid 380 if I'm being, perfectly honest with you. If you can stay down here, then you'll be just fine, right? But, so that's what's going on in Christie Ranch. Let's jump in the car and show you around the neighborhood. Christie Ranch is known as a quaint and close-knit neighborhood, and it's a very popular choice for those in search of a family-friendly community to raise their kids. It is less than 6 miles northwest of downtown Frisco, and it's bordered by Panther Creek Parkway on the north side, Sherrill Drive to the east, Brazos Drive to the south, and Concho Drive to the west, and 95% of residents own their homes, offering affordable homes with a median sale price of only $414,000. Christie Ranch is a great choice for first-time home buyers and folks looking for a bargain. It also shares its western border with Falcons Field Park, which is a 10-acre park, as well as being right next to Bowles Elementary. You can find homes starting at $350,000 and going up to around $600,000. Population of 2,500, and the schools are Lone Star High School, Griffin Middle School, and Bowles Elementary. All right, let's head south now to Heather Ridge Estates. So right here, you got, this is a really cool neighborhood as well. So right next to the Trails, which we'll get to that one in just a moment as well. But you're really in a great location right here at Heather Ridge. So obviously not too far from the tollway. Right here, you've got the main event. Right here, you've got an LA Fitness. right there. You got where FC Dallas plays at Toyota Stadium right there. That's the MLS soccer team right there. You've got, and this is old downtown Frisco over here. So that's a cool area to go and hang out at. Yeah, you've got the park right here. You got the Cottonwood Branch Creek right there on the north side of you. And you've got, again, you've got a commercial area right adjacent to you right here as well. Of course, you've got the Cobb Middle School, which is right in your neighborhood right here as well. So again, you could do the golf cart thing if you wanted to. And you've got Wakeland High School over here. And then Carroll Elementary, where is it? It's over here somewhere. Man, where did Carroll Elementary go? It's over here somewhere. It's off of, yeah. Oh, here it is. Carroll Elementary, right here. That's the elementary school that you'll feed into right there. Okay, so yeah, of course, over here in the commercial side, you've got your Kroger, which is going to be your local grocery store right there. You got a few things over here. You got a Hertz donut right there. So that's quite a name. Might hurt after you eat it. It's so good. But yeah, you got that. Maple Street Biscuit Company. That's a great little breakfast / brunch spot right there. You got a Brahms over here. Man, I haven't eaten at a Brahms in forever. So you got that over there. You got some hibachi. You got some sushi. Some Dairy Queen. Some Dunkin'. So if you're not a Starbucks person, you can go Dunkin' right there. Eddie's Napoli's right there. Really good Italian joint right there. And yeah, you got your UPS. Oh, you have your Starbucks on this side as well. Yeah, so you got Starbucks or Dunkin'. So you can have both right there for you as well. So yeah, and then let's see, what else are you really close to? I mean, you got the Grand Park right here, which is, I mean, it's just a massive park, as you can clearly tell right there as well. And then yeah, I mean, you've got the Trails Golf Club as well. So that's a really cool golf course, by the way. So again, if you're into golf, you can get right there easily as well. And then you've got, of course, that Costco right over here as well. So yeah, really close to, yeah, again, that downtown Frisco area. This is a really cool area. There's a lot really going on right here. Oh, and Rudy's. Oh, by the way, listen, let me put you on some game here, folks. All right. If you're looking for a great breakfast burrito, okay, try the Rudy's breakfast burrito. Okay, you will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so yeah, you've got a lot going on right here, but let's jump in the car and take you around Heather Ridge Estates. Offering some larger homes at more than reasonable prices, Heather Ridge Estates is situated about 3 miles west of the downtown area. The neighborhood is just west of the Dallas North Tollway, bordered by Leatherwood Drive to the north and Teal Parkway to the west, and a resounding 96% of residents own their homes. So if you're looking for a good bargain, Heather Ridge has some great deals. Developed in 2001, this well-established neighborhood shares its northern border with the Trails of Frisco Golf Club and Cottonwood Creek Greenbelt, and it even won the 2018 Traps Award and is ideal for hiking, fishing, and even some wildlife viewing as well. Homes are starting from $375,000 going up to $650,000, and population of 2,000, and the schools are Wakeland High School, Cobb Middle School, and Carroll Elementary. All right, now let's take the Odyssey over to the Trails of Frisco right here, just to the west of you over here. So, man, I'll tell you this. The Trails is one of my absolute favorite neighborhoods in all of Frisco. I mean, it's just the scenery when you're driving through here, and I mean, so like Old Orchard Drive that runs into the Trails Parkway that kind of loops around over here. So they've got the sidewalks, they've got the trees, they got the brick walls. You've got this trail running through the middle of it. You've got this green belt on this side with some trails. You got the pond right there as well. I mean, this is literally every single time I drive through here, there's always, without fail, someone, running or biking or walking their dog or something. Okay, I mean, it's a very, very active neighborhood right here. It's a little bit bigger as well, as you might be able to tell here. It was one of those first mega subdivisions, was the Trails right here. And you've got some tennis courts in here as well. I mean, you've really got a lot to love about the Trails. And of course, being just west of Heather Ridge that we just spoke about, you're going to share a lot of the commercial that I obviously mentioned, so I won't go over that again. But yeah, you've got, but over here on the west side, you got McCord Park, which is some more. You got some trails running through here, and then we're getting a little bit closer over here to Louisville Lake as well, right? So you've got some access. If you want to have a boat over here, and take that out, or a jet ski or something, you can take that out and have some fun on the lake as well, right? And of course, I mentioned the Trails of Frisco Golf Club, beautiful golf course. You can get up there, Cottonwood Creek up here as well. So yeah, really one of the more, I love the Trails. I mean, that would be one that if I were going to move to Frisco, Trails would be pretty high on my list, I would say for sure. So and then of course you got Cobb Middle School. It's going to feed into, so you got Wakeland over here, but some parts also feed into Lone Star up here for some reason. Not sure why, but hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. And but yeah, and then you have Corbell Elementary over here as well. Okay, so but yeah, with that being said, enough of me talking about it. Let me show it to you. The Trails of Frisco was one of the city's first mega subdivisions. It was built between 1999 and 2004, and the neighborhood features a host of amenities. It is 3.5 miles west of downtown Frisco and bordered by El Dorado Parkway to the north, Teal Parkway to the east, Main Street to the south, and Planters Road Drive on the west side. 93% of residents own their homes here. And also home to, of course, that Trails of Frisco Golf Club, which is a public golf course, by the way. You've got a community pool. You got tennis courts in here, as I mentioned. And the Trails of Frisco is a highly social neighborhood. It's also close to numerous shops and restaurants, as well as being nearby the shores of Louisville Lake. So perfect for some boating, camping, and some hiking over there. Homes are going to start around the 300,000 mark and go all the way up into the 900s, population of 5,000. And the schools that it'll feed into are Wakeland High School and Lone Star High School, as I mentioned. You got Griffin Middle School and Cobb Middle School. And then you've got Fisher Elementary and Corbell Elementary as well. All right, now let's transition to the south down here to Stonebriar. So, of course, the Stonebriar Mall, when this was put in around the early 2000s, that was the catalyst to this northern migration that we've seen over the last couple of decades here. Because when that mall went in on the north side of 121 right here, that's when people started to feel, okay, now Frisco is going to be that next major suburb. And so it really just kind of exploded from there. But of course, that's going to be on the other side of the highway over here. But you have a lot going on over here, right? So, from a location standpoint, it doesn't get much better, right? So you're right on the border of DNT and SRT right here. You down with OPP too, right? So you got you're in a great location. You've got some of the most beautiful homes. It's a very well established neighborhood as well. Some of these homes even have some acreage as well that they're sitting on, and so just a really cool neighborhood. You've got a lot around it as well. So of course, Stonebriar. You got Frisco Rough Riders, which is the is it AA or AAA? I think it's the AA team actually, but that's a really fun ballpark to go hang out with the kids. They have a lazy river in the outfield as well. You can go hang out. Let's see if there's a picture of it. Maybe not, but yeah. So that's a really cool ballpark to go hang out at. You got the Texas Sculpture Garden, which is really cool actually. So don't sleep on that. You got the medical center over here on the northwest side of you over there. You got the country club over here. So you got that, and then you've got down. So the thing with Frisco too is, so this Legacy West area and Shops at Legacy, everybody kind of focuses on Legacy West just because it's a little bit nicer, it's a little bit newer. But Shops at Legacy right across the street, Mexican Sugar, that's a great restaurant. One of the best restaurants really in the area. And so, yeah, don't sleep on Shops at Legacy over here, okay? So, but this whole area right here is going to be a great spot for, if you're looking to take, your spouse out on a date, that's going to be a good spot, right? But it's still, during the daytime, it's a really great spot to take your kids as well, right? To go out to eat or do whatever. At Legacy West, they've got the fountains. The kids love it, playing through the fountains. Let's see if it shows it. I don't think it does, but yeah, you've got the fountains over there. So you've got a ton of stuff right here, and you've got a lot of headquarters over here as well. So I actually used to work right here at JP Morgan. That was a new headquarters that they were building out there. Of course, they've got the new Toyota headquarters over here. You got Frito-Lay over here. You got JCPenney right in here. You have a lot of headquarters coming up kind of in this area as well. So, and then you've got over here in the Colony. Let's see, where is it? They've got that big Nebraska Furniture Mart. Yeah, here it is. So if you need some furniture, you can hit up Nebraska Furniture Mart right here. And I don't even know how many acres that thing is on it. It's a huge you've got miles of furniture in this place. And so it's a big old establishment right there. So of course you've got the IKEA as well right across the street. That's been there for a long time as well. Pretty much around the same time that Stonebriar Mall went up. That big IKEA went up as well over here. So yeah, really close to everything right here. A lot to love. Let's see, one of these is gated. Oh yeah, it's this Stonebriar Creek neighborhood that's gated right here. So you can access from Stonebriar Way, or you can come from Legacy and take Stonebriar Way this way to get in there. But yeah, this is where you've got some homes in here. I showed one home. Where was it? I think it was right in here somewhere. Where so you got some $1 million properties in here, and then you've got some more affordable ones in Stonebriar North and up in here as well. So you got a good mix right here. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump in the car and let's show you around the neighborhood. Weaving around Stonebriar Country Club, the neighborhood of Stonebriar is home to some of the most expensive properties in the city. Less than 5.5 miles south of downtown and just west of the Dallas North Tollway and north of Sam Rayburn Tollway, the community is bordered by Warren Parkway to the north and Southern Hills Drive to the west, and 87% of residents own their homes. Known for its casual elegance, Stonebriar is home to a wide variety of homes, from reasonably priced condos to palatial multi-million-dollar luxury properties. Development started in the late 80s, but many homes were built in the year 2000 and later. Some properties have multiple acres of land, and the country club and golf course are, of course, the main attractions, but the community is also close to Turner Soccer Complex and Bill Allen Memorial Park. And just a side note, some homes are assigned to Louisville ISD and others to Frisco ISD. Homes are going to start around $375,000 and go all the way up to north of $3 million. Population of around 4,000, and the schools are Frisco High School, Hunt and Arbor Creek Middle Schools, and Spears and Hicks Elementary Schools. All right, let's transition now back to the north side and let's talk about Newman Village now. So this is one of my favorites, of course. As I mentioned previously, I have a couple of friends who live in Newman Village, and this is a really cool neighborhood because I think one of the main things is going to be, so the elementary school is right there, just outside the gates. It is a gated community, by the way, and so, you know, it's just that lifestyle of, you know, your kids can, you know, ride their bike over to school, or you could take them over to school in the morning in the golf cart. Definitely a golf cart community. And, you know, when school is done, you know, it's a nice, easy walk. You could go pick them up and walk with your kids back home type of thing. So that's kind of what Newman Village is all about. And very, very safe neighborhood. Of course, I mentioned I have two buddies who live there a couple of blocks apart. And, you know, the kids will literally walk to each other's houses, you know, all the time, right? So, yeah, very, very safe. You got a really cool community pool. You got, I think, 4 tennis courts over there, actually. So not just 2, you got 4 over there. And, yeah, there's a lot to love over here in Newman Village. So, and I know I mentioned it, you know, briefly before, but just worth mentioning. Just briefly again as a recap, you know, you've got that hospital right there. You've got the Sprouts on this side. You've got Crescent Park. You got Crescent Park right there. You got Griffin Middle School right there. You got, and this is kind of your main shopping area. So you've got your Target. You got, you know, your Chick-fil-A. You've got that Vitality Bowls. I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Vitality Bowls, okay? And then you've got your Costco across the street. You got your Home Depot over there. And everything like that, right? So you've got access to everything. Oh, and by the way, you do have a, where is it? Is it this? Yeah, this is the car wash. So you can pay like $10, I think, for a unlimited monthly washes over here. So, you know, if you like your car being clean, then you can just, you know, set up an account over there and, you know, just go in there whenever you want. they'll keep your car nice and clean for you every day, right? So, really cool neighborhood is Newman Village. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump in the car and take you around. Located next to Christie Ranch, Newman Village is a gated community located less than 5 miles from downtown. The neighborhood is just west of the Dallas North Tollway, bordered by Panther Creek Parkway to the north, Legacy Drive to the east, and El Dorado Parkway to the south. And 81% of residents own their homes. Known for its immaculate landscaping and tree-lined streets, Newman Village was built around 2010, and you'll have homes ranging from 2,300 square feet all the way up to 9,300 square feet, found centered around a community pavilion, which is home to a rec center and that community pool that I mentioned. And residents like to celebrate the holidays, including a 4th of July extravaganza and even some snow sledding on a hill for the kids. And homes will start around the 400,000 mark and go all the way up to north of 2.5 million. Population of around 1,500, and the schools are a Lone Star High School, Griffin Middle School, and feeds into Newman Elementary and Bowles Elementary as well. All right, now let's transition south into another luxury neighborhood in Chapel Creek right here. So listen, Chapel Creek is, again, one of my favorites. I've got a friend who lives in here as well, and just a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. You know, you've got homes ranging, I believe they start around the 400s in here, but get all the way up into the millions and multi-millions as well. So if that's what you're looking for, you've got an abundance of options there. But you're really well situated. So just let me zoom out. I mean, you're literally right in the middle of Frisco. I mean, it doesn't get much better from a location standpoint than that. Of course, you got the police department right there. You've got the fire department right around the corner as well, I believe. Yeah, they were. I thought it was right there. Anyway. But you've got the Frisco High School right across the street. So Parkwood is a really nice, it's actually a boulevard. Yeah, so boulevard. So you'll have that, you know, median with the trees and everything right here. And then you've got the high school right across the street from you. But you're really close to a number of things. So of course, Starwood, the Starwood area, which we'll get there. You got to stick around till the end to get to Starwood. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. But Starwood is a very nice area. Yeah, don't sleep on J. Theodore restaurant. So this is a very good restaurant. Eaten there a couple of times. when I was playing up here. So there's a annual tournament that happens up here at Toyota at these fields up here. And for brunch one day, I was like, yeah, let me go to J. Theodore's. Let me check that out. So yeah, it was really good restaurant there. But you're really close to as well. So down here off of you got Stonebriar right there. You've got, and then everything along Preston Road. So just a little history on Preston Road. So well, let me just show you. So Preston Road starts all the way down here in just north of downtown Dallas, right at Armstrong right here. So this is where Preston Road begins. And then from here, so you've got, it runs right through Highland Park, which is maybe the best neighborhood in all of Dallas, right by Dallas Country Club. You know, it goes through some residential, you got some commercial, St. Mark's, which is the #1 private school in the nation. You've got some more commercial there. So you've got a good mix of commercial and really nice residential as well, up and through off of Preston Road. I live off of Preston Road as well. I mean, it's, you know, and it actually goes all the way up to the Red River up here. So, and I believe this is called Preston right here. So this little city right there off the river is called Preston. So I believe that's why it's called Preston Road. But yeah, I mean, so really what I'm trying to say is Preston Road is kind of that main road that's not a highway in Dallas, right? So you're gonna have a lot of commercial off of here, as you can tell. So this whole area, this Preston Ridge area right here, you'll have a ton of shopping, you know, Nordstrom Rack, Best Buy. I show that in the, you know, the budget videos that when I go through Frisco, I show this shopping center right here. So if you want to see that, check out one of those. But yeah, you're gonna have really everything. Really, I mean, you can't really be better located than Chapel Creek right here. So I mean, you're right in the middle of everything. You've got a nice little trail that runs through here, coming down into the neighborhood park. You got Grant Park right there. You got the elementary school right here. Another, you know, golf cart community, and you got the creek right here on the north side as well. I mean, you've got it all really right here. So, and then easy access to the tollway as well. So, yeah. With that being said, let's jump in the car and take you for a spin. Known for its gorgeous custom homes, Chapel Creek is just east of the Dallas North Tollway, north of the Sam Rayburn Tollway, and 2 miles south of downtown. The neighborhood was initially developed in the early 2000s, with many homes constructed in 2012 and later, and 75% of residents own their homes. Home to about 230 properties, Chapel Creek offers an assortment of expansive houses ranging from 4,000 to 9,300 square feet. And as mentioned previously, the neighborhood offers close proximity to both major toll roads. It also provides a nice central location close to entertainment and popular spots like the Stonebriar Center. And if you're looking for a highly desirable place to call home, filled with big and beautiful homes, Chapel Creek may just be the luxury community for you. Starting at 400,000, going all the way up north of 2.5 million, population of 1,000, and the schools it'll feed into are Frisco High School, Hunt Middle School and Staley Middle School, and Spears Elementary and Bright Elementary School. All right, now let's head west over here to the hills of Kingswood. So this is one of my absolute favorite neighborhoods in Frisco. I mean, the front entrance itself, I mean, the gate looks like it looks like it's a castle right there at the front, right? And so getting in there, you got to have the secret code to get in there with us there. But yeah, they're very strict on security right there at the hills of Kingswood. Very, very cool neighborhood. I mean, it's a one way in, one way out, and as you can see, you're kind of tucked away on the shores of Lake Louisville here, and this whole area. Let me get this. So this whole area right back here is all just wooded trees, and of course you can see the creek running through right there on the north side of it. I mean, it's a very, very beautiful neighborhood right here. And so you're gonna have some really nice homes, a little bit more affordable on the front side of the neighborhood, and then once you get into the back, there's a little bit more space. And so you got at one point, or at least when I made the Frisco vlog, the 2021 version, that was home. The Hills of Kingswood was home to the top listing in Frisco. So just to kind of give you an idea, yeah, once you get back into here, you've got some really cool views back here as well. I mean, one of the homes, I mean, you look down into this whole tree green belt back here with the creek, and it's really cool. You've got a little trail system back here as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool. And they're still building. They're not completed with everything. I mean, here in this back part, I mean, they're still building some homes back here. So if you're looking for a new construction or maybe like a custom home, then this could be a great option for you here as well. But yeah, very, very nice, very cool neighborhood back here. One that you might not really know about. Well, I will tell you this. One of the cons of Hills of Kingswood is it does fall into Louisville ISD. So you're not going to be feeding into the Frisco school district. But yeah, so that might be one of the cons here. But I mean, it is one of the nicest neighborhoods really in all of Dallas, honestly. So just candidly speaking there. So yeah, phenomenal neighborhood. Let's see. Oh yeah, so it is only, I mean, you're 2 blocks away from the Star Center over here. So the only way in and out is from Lebanon Road right here. So you go 1 block over, and then 1 more block, and then the Star Center is right here, right? So very close, not far away from everything here. You'll have of course this will be your main commercial area right here. Oh, look, another Vitality Bowl is over here. You got your Market Street. That'll be your grocery store. Lakes Tennis Academy. So that's where all the best juniors that are playing tennis in the area, that's where they're training right now. So if you want an introduction there, if your kid plays tennis, then yeah, definitely reach out, let me know, and happy to provide an introduction there. But yeah, that's going to be kind of the main area. And then once you come back in here, I mean, you're getting close to the lake over here as well. So if you're thinking about getting a boat or a jet ski or something, and I mean, it's a really cool neighborhood back here. So yeah, let me see. I think that's it. So with that being said, let's jump in the car and take you for a ride. The Hills of Kingswood is a luxurious, high security, gated neighborhood, and what makes this community unique is how it's nestled back against a beautiful wooded creek area adjacent to the lake and surrounded by 2 creeks on the north and the south, with a one-way in and out via Lebanon Road. Great for hiking, biking, and a little bit of catch and release fishing as well. And 94% of residents own their homes. Established in 2009 and continuing to build going into 2022, the Hills of Kingswood hosts some of the top dollar listings in all of The one downside, as I mentioned, is it doesn't fall into Frisco ISD, but you are still going to be zoned into some great schools in Louisville ISD. And don't forget about the rolling hills as well that make for some beautiful views of the sunsets. Population of around 200 to 300 residents right now, and home prices start at $875,000 and go all the way up near $7 million at the moment. And the schools are going to be Hicks Elementary, Arbor Creek Middle School, and Hebron High School. All right, so you made it to the end. Thanks for sticking around, by the way. I'm really excited to share this one with you. This is the premier neighborhood in all of Frisco, is Starwood right here. So again, like I mentioned with Chapel Creek, I mean, you can't get a better location. I mean, you're right here in the middle of everything right here, you know, super close to Stonebriar, right across from, you know, Legacy West over here. You know, you've got the Stonebriar area as well. You got the Star literally across the street from you right here. So, this is, I got a little story for you here on this one. So, getting into, so if safety is of the utmost importance to you, and you can afford this price point here, then yeah, so getting into the Starwood neighborhood is no easy task. Okay, so you know how sometimes in a gated community, you know, somebody will just be kind of like waiting to the side, you know, waiting for somebody to come and they can just follow them behind to get in, right? Yeah, there's no doing that in Starwood. Okay, so it's literally like a double gate type of situation. So I mean, it's you know, and you know, listen, typically as a real estate agent, I can just tell them, you know, listen, I'm showing this home, and they'll let me in, basically, right? And so I told him, you know, which home I was going to show, and he said, give me 1 second, and he went back and he called the resident, and I mean, I didn't have a showing for that particular home, just because, I mean, I do this every day, right? And so he came back to me and he said, yeah, you need to call the resident and figure something out. And so, yeah, I didn't get in that day, so I had to come up with a different plan to figure out Starwood here, so I can get in here and show it to you guys. So the hoops that I jumped through to show you guys, to get this content out for you guys. Anyway, so, but yeah, we got in, and finally got in. And it's a beautiful neighborhood, though, of course. I mean, as you might expect with the premier neighborhood in all of Frisco here, it really is one of the best neighborhoods in all of Dallas, really. And so, beautiful setting. You know, you got some beautiful homes, of course, some really nice trees as well. You've got the trail as well that cuts right through the middle of it as well. You do have another gate on the north side, somewhere up here. Oh yeah, it's right here. So I'm not sure why I didn't highlight this whole area, but it's this whole. Let me get the tool out. So it's this whole area right here. Okay, so this is all Starwood in here. Okay, so but yeah, I mean it's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, the security at the front is top notch. It doesn't get much better than the security at Starwood here. So if that's important to you, then yeah, this is going to be a great neighborhood for you. So with that being said, let me take you for a spin through this neighborhood, and then I'll see you at the end for a little recap. Starwood is a master planned gated community comprised of 550 acres, nestled to the west of Dallas North Tollway and 3 miles south of downtown Frisco. It's bordered by Stonebrook Parkway on the north side and Lebanon Road on the south side, and 90% of residents own their homes. Established in 1996, it was one of the city's first elite neighborhoods, and Starwood, of course, is home to luxurious, modern, high-end properties. The community is very close to shopping and dining, including the shops at Starwood, and the Starwood Montessori School can be found just north of the neighborhood. Featuring an upscale gated lifestyle, expansive homes ranging from 1,800 to a whopping 14,500 square feet, and a host of prime amenities, Starwood certainly earns the star portion of its name. Homes ranging from $550,000 all the way up north of $4 million. You've got a population of 4,500, and the schools will feed into Frisco High School, Hunt Middle School, and Spears Elementary. Hey again, we hope you found this helpful, and it was a lot of work to put together, so thank you for sticking around all the way till the end. If you found this useful, please tap that like button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And make sure you're subscribed as well. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the next video that we drop, so make sure you tap the bell for notifications while you're down there. And of course, if you're thinking about making a move to Frisco or the surrounding areas, you got to reach out, right? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us, all in the description below, so make sure you check that out. And if you don't know where to go from here, then you should see some videos popping up on the end screen that can definitely point you in the right direction. As I mentioned earlier, you know, we've done a ton of different styles of videos on this channel, so make sure whichever one of those is really popping out to you, make sure you click on that right now. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.